Jon Najarian, co-founder OptionMonster.com, joins us from Chicago. How do you navigate this market? That's the question. What have you been doing knowing that buy and hold for the time being, John, is dead?
Yeah, well, with us, Dylan, buy and hold has always been dead. We're not buy and hold traders. And as Pete has said many times, a long-term investment is probably 30, 40 minutes. But there are plenty of ways you can trade the range, so I'll call it range roving. I remember recently, Dylan, I think you had one of those vehicles.
No. That's actually no.
Yes,
I never had a Range Rover.
Land Rover, Range Rover, come on.
Okay, sorry.
I actually did.
But here's the way we're playing it, Dylan. If you look at the S&P, whether you want to trade the E-minis or if you want to get on the option side, either one, both great ways to trade the range, which has basically been since that first failed rally this year, 870 to 800, and we're going back down to the 800 end of that range. So it means I'm a bigger buyer down here, 827 or so. Not buying yet, but I will be a buyer, especially if we get that move tomorrow. Likewise, the VIX, VIX, between basically 40 and 50. I love buying on the lower end of that, selling on the upper end of it. But for people that don't trade indices, take a look at these two stocks. Excel Maritime, EXM. There are only so many stocks other than the one that Guy cited for you, Bank America, where you can get these ranges that are holding up 30% ranges. You buy EXM down at the $6 range. I've sold it up at $9. It's pulling back down towards $6. So guess what I'm getting ready to do? And that is buy. But I'm on the short side right now, Dylan. We had unusual put activity. So I think it goes back down, test 6, and I'll be a buyer down there. Same thing with ArcelorMittal. If you want to play that steel name on the build-out, every time everybody gets a sniff that something might be going on with the infrastructure plan, Arcelor moves up from 22 to about 27, 28. It's a buy down at 22 and a sell at 28. So this is range roving, my friend.
I got 30. I like it. I got about 30 seconds left. Other trading strategies, quick?
It requires the discipline to sell. No one ever sells. They always buy and hold. And just take a look at what they did to the steel names today. That tells you what holding too long does. Once you get to your buy target or what your sell target, have the discipline to get rid of it.
And this doctor will tell you range roving works until it doesn't, which means you have to have very defined stops when you get into these buy on the lows, selling on the highs. If you don't, you're going to get smoked.
Tim?
Yeah, and take a look at which stocks are heavily shorted, because those are the ones in a market like this you're going to see a snapback on days when we finally get some good news.
Last word.
Volatility is still cheap in the big scheme of things. It was 56 last time we had a move like this. It's 46 now. I would buy puts to protect anything you're doing.